for the long run now. Red Corvette and my drop top down. Calling up my digits in my Motorola, and I'm speeding like I robbed someone. Falling and I'm a whip, yeah. Out in Fairfax, going hard in the pit, yeah.
So, I just got done watching the fifth episode of WandaVision, and let me tell you, that was probably like the most exciting episode to me. I get it, so far I've loved every episode. I do like the old-timey stuff, the 50s and the 60s. The 70s episode was it was okay. The fourth episode was great, connecting everything from the first three episodes, but this episode right here was like the episode I wanted. It was like the episode that I was waiting for so long. Just like Vision finding out about stuff and then Wanda, trying to cover it up. It was just amazing. So let me say, from here on out, I will be like spoiling every single thing in the episode. So first, let me just say, loved it. I can't wait to see what this show does. I'm so confused on whether they're gonna follow the House of M storyline or not. I'm kind of hoping they do. If they do, I wonder if we're gonna do Wanda's mental break or snap, whatever we're gonna call it. And if they follow that, then this episode, this last episode, isn't gonna end good for anyone. Like it's gonna be chaos all over the place. But anyway, so first it started with well, let me say my favorite moment was Wanda walking out of her like TV world into the real world. That was like so cool. She just having the drone in her hand. Like it looked like her magic was around it, which is why I think she was carrying it with one hand. I think she made it lighter. I like how in the second episode she did it with the piano that Vision was holding. I think she just took it, lowered the gravity on the instead of transforming the whole thing. I think she just lowered the gravity on it so that it was easier for her to carry with one hand. Oh God, this is gonna leave me parched probably because, gosh, this was amazing. So first, let me say, what was it? Did the episode start off? I think the episode started off with the boys. So when they first came in, I was confused because they were still children, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna age them up, right? Because like it's easier to have kid actors and babies on the show. And I was right. That was like so adorable when like they were looking for the kids and they turned around and there was Tommy and Billy just over there. Like I think they said daddy or like mommy, daddy. And I was just like, oh, that's so cute. And oh, and then there was what's her name? Catherine Hahn's character? Uh Agnes? I think it's Agnes. Um that was like she came in and was like, do you guys want me like to hold the babies or something? And Vision was like, what? And then something happened and then she was like, do you want me to do it again? Looking at Wanda like terrified. And my theory for that reason is that Wanda was maybe like, okay, so in there everyone's just like I don't think they know what happened. Like was one when he released God, what's the guy's name? The guy at work when Vision released his mind and like he said he's in pain and stuff. I think like they're all in pain and stuff. So like I think Catherine Hahn's like aware of what's happening and like she doesn't know what Wanda's gonna do if they don't obey her like the rules. So I think that's why she's treading on like thin ice and trying to talk to Wanda like calmly and like ask her things, but like she doesn't realize it's bad doing that because Vision doesn't know. So like when she's doing that, it's making everything look suspicious. So Wanda's just looking like what? Vision's like Wanda, you saw that right? Wanda's like, seen what? Uh, Agnes is just like that. And he's like, so you didn't see what I seen? She's like, no. I'm over here like, okay. I thought you would like, rewind time or like cut it out like before, but no, you just let it go. And then so it was a Saturday, but in the world she changed it to a Monday so that Vision would have to go to work and get out the house so that he wasn't around them. And when he went there, well, first they cut back to the real world where Monica was finished getting her tests and stuff. And when they took a scan of whatever it was and it was empty, I wasn't too sure on what that was. Um, but like it came back empty, which I'm assuming is a bad thing, and she's probably being affected by Wanda's world. And then Jimmy Woo, I think his name is, and Darcy came in and got her for the meeting, so she got dressed. And so throughout that meeting, she was trying to defend Wanda and what's his name, that guy who's a dick. He was trying to make it seem like Wanda was like a terrorist which I guess it could be considered domestic terrorism to take over a whole town, you know. But yeah, so that happened. Then what happened after that? Oh, so I have a theory that maybe so I have a theory that when she was inside of there, her mind was like warped to like love it, like it was basically like a a feeling of serenity. Like yes, their mind's in pain, but like when they're in there, it's like a feeling of serenity because they don't have to worry about their lives. She's not worrying about her mother's death, which I think is what happened when she came out. She was starting to get all her memories back and like all the pain and trauma. I think she wants to. I think she wants to go back in there so that she doesn't have to deal with any of that, and she doesn't have to relive those moments over and over again in her head. So then, yeah. So then we cut back to them at work. They finally got computers, and then Darcy sent them an email from Sword, and everyone in the company's laughing while reading it, and Vision's just so confused. And so he frees up the guy's mind, and the guy's like, I'm help me, make her stop. I'm in pain. I have to call my sister. Just make her stop, please. And then he's like about to have a breakdown in the office of Vision. Reed does whatever spell Wanda has on them, and then that's when we come back to the house and like there's a dog and wait, was the dog stuff no, yeah, never mind. The dog stuff was before he went to work because oh, so after the first meeting, they cut back and Tommy and Billy or Wiccan and Speed, whichever one you want, whatever you want to call them, they found a dog, and Vision was like, tell them that they can't keep the dog until they're 10. So Wanda told them, and they looked at each other and aged each other up. And then there's I love all those moments like when they're aging and Catherine Hahn's just in the back, just acting all casual, like, haha, this and how that. And then Vision's noticing how she's coming every time, like, coincident. Yeah, okay, so when Tom and Billy are aging up, Catherine Hahn's character is just acting like I don't want to say, just acting so nonchalant. Like when they turn 10, she's just on his kitchen counter, sipping wine, and I can't remember the dialogue word for word, but yeah, that was so hilarious to me. And then there was so then they went back to the real world, and so after the dog stuff, they come back to the real world, and Wanda's no, they send the drone in for Wanda, and Monica, she's just trying to make it a peaceful drone, but what's his name, the dick, he put what's it called, oh god, what was it he put in there, with guns, I think he put like ammo into it and tried to fire a shot on her, and then that's when like she came out the portal, and then she's like, just leave me alone, and I'm not bothering anyone, and they're like, you took over a whole town. She's like, this is my home. And he's like, and she's just, and Monica's trying to reason with her, and she's like, I forget how the conversation went between them two, but basically she's just like, just stop bothering me, and I won't have to do anything like a threat. And she mind controls the agents to point the guns at the Dick, and then when like they pointed at him, she walks back into her barrier, and like the mind control stops. But like I think she it starts turning red, so I think she reinforced it so that they can't get in. And like that whole moment, her and her outfit with the accent, I was just like, mwah. It was so perfect. And then there was the stuff at the office, and then Vision comes home, and he's like, Wanda, I released him from his mind control, and he had talked to me. She's like, what are you talking about? He's like, Wanda, what are you doing? And he's like, it might have been an accident. I want to like give her you the benefit of the doubt and say like it was an accident at first, and that you didn't know until recently. But she's just over here like with like that face that she was making whenever whenever he asked her questions, that like blank face, and it was so perfect. And then they go into he's like, you can't mind control me, I'm not like them. And she's like this, you sure? And then she starts rolling the credits. And he's like this, what is all of this? And then she's like, and she's just trying to end it, but he's like, no, we're not ending it. And like they walk into the living room and the credits stop, and then he's like trying to, they're arguing, and then he starts flying and she starts flying too. And she's like, and he's like yelling at her, and she's like, Vision, you've never been this disrespectful with me before. And he's like this, I don't have any memories of my life. Like you took those away from me. I don't know who I am or what I am. And then she's like, you wouldn't want to know. And then they sit on the couch, and he's trying to get her to stop it. And then there's a ring from the doorbell, and let me tell you, when that happened, I was like, it's him. It has to be him. I'm like, there's no way it's not him. And then okay, so I'll be honest. I knew it was going to be Evan Peters at the door and not the other one who plays Pietro, because it's so back during like the second episode, I wanted to know the cast list, and I went over to the cast list and I saw Evan Peters, and I'm like, so they're going to use Rihanna. Well, okay, so I didn't know it until the episode 4 when they pulled the jump rope out. I was like, so they're going to use her to introduce the X-Men into the story by using it as whatever comes out of her world is permanent in the real world. So yeah, so she's like, I didn't do this, and he's like, well, I'm not playing along with your charade anymore. And she opens the door, and she's just like staring like at him like with like a blank look on her face. And then he comes and he's looking. He's like, "Who is that?" And then Darcy, she's looking. She's like, "Did she recast uh Pietro?" And then it turns out it's Evan Peters, and I'm like, I already knew it was going to be Evan Peters, but I'm like, I'm still so excited. And then, because the episode said like 41 minutes, so it's like 30, like we're at like 32, 34 minutes. The next thing you know, it goes to credits. I'm like, you can't do this to me. You cannot do this to me. I need to know what happens. I need to see my boy. Evan Peters is my favorite Quicksilver. Like his portrayal of him is like so great. Even though he's not as much of a dick as Pietro usually is, like until like he became like a really like good guy. He used to like be a dick and like smug and casual. But Pietro in the X-Men franchise wasn't like that. But he comes in with like an accent, and he's like, "Sister, it's been a while." He's like, "Who's the candy cane?" Talking about Vision. And I'm like, I'm like, you guys gonna put those credits on me? Like that's what you're gonna do? It's like, is your life a joke to you? And now I gotta wait a whole nother week to get closure, to see what's gonna happen, to see what my boy Pietro is gonna do. I'm like, I wonder if how they're gonna do his speed effects though, because how the X-Men movies did it was amazing, but this is Marvel, and he's still supposed to be the Pietro that died, just recasted. So like, I wonder if they're going to do it like how they did it in Age of Ultron, or if they're going to stick with like his normal Quicksilver thing. Because I hope that stick with his normal Quicksilver thing. And I'm wondering now, since him and Wanda are together, if they're going to let Wiccan and Speed use their like get their powers, and like they're going to teach them how to like control it together. Because to be fair, what's Vision could have taught Speed how to use his powers, because he's just as fast as Quicksilver. Maybe I'm pretty sure he was faster than the Quicksilver in the Marvel franchise, but the X-Men one, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be faster than him. So but as a pure speedster, he probably could give him more speed, some more tricks. But and then Wanda could teach Wiccan. I just can't wait. I want to see what happens. I need to know, and I'm like, Evan Peters looks so great, and I'm like, just give me more of this. Just give me more. I just need more. It's like, and I like how they're switching between the 80s cam, and then the whatever cam they're using for the outside world. I love it. And then the intro for this, it was great. The music, the, the I think those were actual like kid pictures of Elizabeth Olsen, and the kids who were playing Speed and Wiccan, but the baby pictures of Vision was hilarious. I was like, that's funny. They had him doing like math and stuff. I thought that was so funny. And yeah, that was basically the ending of the episode, and I'm so dissatisfied because these episodes should be an hour long, because I'm craving more. I need and want more. But at the same time, at the same time with these 30-minute episodes, right? They're still doing so great. They're like they keep the audience captivated and interested. And like, if this was a movie, I'd love it, right? I wouldn't change how I felt about it, but I don't feel like I'd be able to watch it with the same concentration as watching it uh week to week. And at the same time, like, and I'm so used to Netflix, binge watching, like releasing all their episodes on the same day, that like waiting for this is just killing me. Like, I just want to know what happens. And then like watching this has me so excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think it's called, or Captain Falcon. I don't know. Yeah, but Falcon Winter Soldier series. And Loki was my favorite antagonist from the MCU, so I can't wait for his show. Man, I just, so far, like, so far I know I can't rate the TV series because all episodes are out aren't. So as I was saying, yeah. So I know I can't give this TV show a rating, but if I had to, so far, just on how I feel, this is a solid 9 out of 10 for me. This is so great, and like, I just want to see Wanda's mind snap. Like, I want to see it just go, like, just boom, like, because like in the MCU, they weren't really like showing how powerful Wanda was, and like her reality warping is such a big part of the comics that I'm so glad that they're finding a way to do it here. And like, the thing is, how I feel they're going to go is, if there is a season two, it's going to be that they weren't able to stop Wanda, and now her little sphere that she's making is going to start like she's going to start losing control and snapping, and it's going to start expanding. So the season two is going to be trying to get to the dome contained and smaller, and how to stop Wanda, which I don't think any of them can. I don't think they don't have anyone in the MCU so far who can. The only how they could do it is like, with the X-Men stuff, if they bring in Jean Grey, and like they have Scarlet Witch versus Dark Phoenix. But in the comics, that would be like a multiverse fight, like multiverse destroying fight. But like in the movies, it might be like, a very like, powerful fight. And then I don't know. There's so many things that can happen, and I am so excited for this. Like, so excited to see how this ends. But yeah, that's going to be the end of my spoilers review slash theories. I just want more. That's all I'm asking. Just Marvel, that's just give me more. That's all I want. All right. Please, if you watch this, just give me your thoughts in the comments. That's all I want. Just tell me what you thought about the episode, or what you think the episode's gonna have. And please like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time.
Backlash written on me, card robbing on a glass bowl. I've been ballin', free my ladies in the counter now. I'm already out, already on the countdown. I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me, cold running from the po-po, and it's on me. Don't know which way we're going now, I don't wanna know it. Might as well be going down, I don't wanna